Hello and welcome. So today they released a new poll that is a bit worrisome to me, and I'll explain. It's a poll to add untradeable rewards from old holiday events to the loyalty store. So normally if anything is just purely cosmetic, I would be okay with it. But these are untradeable rewards that have history behind them, being the beginning of a line of untradeable holiday items that started with the bunny ears, the scythe, that came after the tradable rares, which were the party hats, the Santa hats, and the mask. There was a few others, but you get the point. But they removed those because they weren't. It wasn't intended to be rares, and that it would be something that people would trade for high value. Which was why they moved on to untradeable rares for holiday events. But anyway, at some point, Jagex just I think they actually put less effort into holiday events. Like at some point, I remember Runescape pointing out that basically one of the holiday events was the exact same thing, only reskinned for the relevant holiday. And then at some point, they just straight out just stopped doing holiday events because they came out and said that it's costing us money. It's only here temporarily, so we're not going to do it. Okay, but anyway, with the original Bunny Ears and the Scythe, you had to be there between a specific time. And this was back in like 2003. I think that was when the Bunny Ears were out. Or the Scythe. No, that was probably the Scythe. So I think I have never actually picked up my own pair of Bunny Ears and Scythe on Smokey. Maybe on Molecule, but I'm not too sure about that. But I actually still own a pair of them. It's on a different account. It's a free to play account because, well, it's free to play because I never really trained its stats. I think it was level 60 ish pre EOC, but the messed up part is it has a pair of bunny ears and scythe, but I'm not the one who actually picked it up, and it is my account. So the way that works is during what was it? The holiday events were in 2030. During that time, I actually lost access to my account, and it wouldn't be until years and years later, in I was in like middle school or high school when I actually tried to recover it back, which I actually got it on the first try. I was legitimately surprised about that, which begs the question of why didn't I just try to recover it earlier if it was so easy? But when I recovered it back, I found that, well, most of the bank was kind of broke, but it had bunny ears and a scythe on it. Now, it was a pleasant surprise because, honestly, the bunny ears and the scythe are probably my two most favorite untradeable rare. Because, honestly, I don't think the other untradeable items are nearly. It doesn't even come close to how good the bunny ears and scythe is. Just because let's see, you got zombie head, that's not really clothing. But all of the other pieces are, they just don't look good. Or, in my opinion. So, okay, I guess it's still gonna be mostly a cosmetic update. But say it does go through, how big of a difference is it actually gonna be? Is it gonna be visually different, or is it just gonna be like recolored? Because say you're looking at a normal scythe, you're looking at the cosmetic scythe that is being pitched here, then you have the golden scythe. Is it going to be unique enough that it's not going to be mistaken between the other two? So it really depends on how big of a difference they're going to actually make it. Now, this may be a case of where maybe I'm just too arrogant about the topic, where I just feel too one-sided about this. This could be very much that case. But okay, maybe there wasn't really an argument against the untradeables, except the history behind what started it, what they represent. I guess they could make a scythe visually different, like make it look like something from RS3, whereas the old scythe now looks like it was something back in, like it was something that was around in like classic era. But okay, so the rest of the poll, there's one about divination familiar. But personally, I really dislike divination as a skill. For a skill to come out in 2013 that plays like a skill that was probably made in 2000, it still doesn't feel right. So since I don't like divination, it's probably better that I don't give my input on the matter. So I'm probably not going to vote on this. So the last part is the level 138 formula, or shall we go with the level 200 formula? I honestly think my vote will not matter, but I'm more sided towards the 138 because to me it makes more sense because I actually played back pre-EOC, so I'm more familiar with that. But let's not forget something. Jagex shouldn't be asking us every little thing. Because remember, most players aren't looking out for the interest of the group. They're just out for their own personal interest. Such as, will this get to my goal faster? Do I want this item? Do I want to get X amount of cash? If they could, they would. This is mostly what worries me. Because if Jagex asked us if they should implement a look-like party hat, Santa hat, or even mask, I can't say that I'll trust the entire community to vote against it. Because why wouldn't people want to look rich with a look-alike party hat? It would feel very much the same, a little devalued if that was ever announced. But I honestly can say that if Jagex did this, I would not be surprised. Hell, they could change their poll wording right now to say they won't add look-alike party hats in their poll description. I still wouldn't put it past them to go back on their word. I've put my trust in their word quite a bit in the past, only to have their word fall through. So where's the line? When will we say enough is enough? Because the way people cross the line is not by stepping over it right away. Rather, it's done with 100 of small steps over a period of time, taking a little bit each time. But by the time people notice, it will be too late to stop them because it's already a part of the system. So where is the line? Or rather, where's the line for you? I'm sure we all have different opinions on this. Me, of course. I probably seem highly opinionated on this particular subject, but what are your thoughts? Am I crazy, or do you think there is a line, or at least for you, where enough is enough? So as always, thank you very much for watching, and have a nice day.